Welcome back again. Getting ready to go into our final game of the day. I'm Steven, of course, joined by Famous. And it's going to be a doozy. Not because of previous games and how they've looked, but because of the way... Well, actually, yes. I'm sorry. That's not the way I wanted to phrase it.
It's been a long day.
Right. Let me rephrase that. Well, let me just get into the straight numbers, right? During the break, I did the math for Group B, and I went ahead and did it for Group A minus our final game of the day. And TGF is 2-0. Traystars is 0-2. Macta is 2-0. Rude is 0-1. And FlipSid is 0-1. Which means...
3 wins get you out.
Yeah. And you cannot lose. As FlipSid, who has lost to TGF, you cannot lose to Macta. And guess who they're playing?
Macta.
So we're going to have to dig deep here for our last game of the day because it is an important one as far as how the group is going to shake out, especially for FlipSid.
This is do or die pretty much for them.
Macta kind of have a game to give, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, who do they have left to play? They have to play...
One game left, right? For them after this one, and it's against
They have 2
TGF.
games left. They have 4 games overall, so TGF and somebody else they haven't played yet.
FlipSid.
Oh, yeah. So, you're right. So this is pretty much do or die for both teams then. Because
no, I think you can get by with 2-2.
if they all do 2-2.
Right.
And then the head-to-head matters, so... I mean, FlipSid... I think it's still like do or die because if the head-to-head matters, then... I don't know. Because then they all win and lose against each other, so how does the head-to-head work? Maybe round score?
Then it's got to go into...
Round score then?
Round score or kill differential and things like that.
It's going to be complex. All that math in here, man, is making me starting to sweat here.
One of these...
Relax, it's like I'm back in school already.
I think that kind of outcome is more likely for Group B because of all the 1-2-2-1 or 2... All the 1-1... Nobody in Group B except for SV has more than 1 win. So that makes that one more likely to end up in this similar way.
That one's really likely to end up 2-2.
But that's why it was so huge for Macta to pick up back-to-back wins.
But overall, this is still going to be just an epic match, like regardless of like what the outcome really decides.
Not to mention, how
2 powerhouses, EU powerhouse, and
in addition, Rude versus Macta was so close.
Oh yeah, that was that was second place because I was gonna say first place from both regions matching up, but here we go again. Maybe they just struggle against second places because second place EU right here is FlipSid. Maybe this is gonna be another close match.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, we didn't see much out of FlipSid in their first match, but it's against TGF.
Yeah, they didn't really have a chance to show anything, honestly. I was expecting more from them after all the experience they've had in CFGO. I thought they may come out into this, and it's regular guns as well. So I thought they really would bring out, but they just didn't. So we'll see what they can do against anybody else besides China. Usually, Europe is pretty strong against everybody else except for China and EMEA, so see what they can bring. Who
in your mind here needs to step up for FlipSid?
Creeds is always a strong fragger, so I think he will always be strong. He's not usually the one to carry the team, but he'll be there. Dennis, he's a little on and off, but I don't think it all relies on him. The one I really want to put it on here is the new pickup, Rain. Because Rain can really turn the tides in your favor for the match or just completely take it away because he's peeking too much, he's being too aggressive, he's taking too many fights. So I'll just say Rain is the one I'm going to be looking to really turn the tides for this match.
This man on our screen right here has had a great day for himself, especially in our second match. ZBD has looked strong.
He's doing impact fragging left and right. He's making plays left and right. He's not just going with the team and just getting like part of the strategy kind of frags. But this man is making plays. He's winning rounds for his team. So in Cart, the man
that keep coming back to it.
Yeah, the man that is leading this team and making them what they are right now in a way.
I mean, everybody's been doing their duty here.
Oh, that 4K by Zeke, though.
That
was flashy.
Ridiculous.
If you guys didn't catch it on the last game they played, they were retaking B-side on port, and Zeke just ran in and murdered them instantly.
Out of nowhere.
It was almost like a collateral in a way.
Right.
Yeah.
It wasn't like where you could see him being like, that one. Then it was just like, done.
Yeah, it was like they lined up. I don't even know. I didn't get to see it from his point of view.
Right,
but-
we're definitely going to want to see that at some point. I'm sure it'll be in a top 5 plays coming
sure.
out of CFGI or something for the first day, because that was ridiculous.
And then Revenge, he's just been steady fragging. The first match, he didn't show up too much. I would say he was kind of lackluster a bit there, but you know he did a decent job. He just didn't show up like he usually does.
Much improved versus Cherry Stars.
That is for sure. He hit that collateral he got that really kind of just demoralized Cherry Star's last final push. And he was just all over the map against them.
Yeah, they pretty much fell apart there at the end, Cherry Stars.
Yeah. It was just unfortunate for them.
Mexico banned against FlipSid. What do you ban here?
Actually, I was going to say of course, but yeah, of course, like I said earlier, against a Filipino team, especially Macta, you don't want to play Black Widow. And this is a great one for FlipSid. They're really good on port.
Yeah, I agree. I think FlipSid has always been I think Europe in general has had one of,
besides
the best ports.
China.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it used to be you had arguably the best port before China hit a port. You could say that's just it.
I mean, if I was going to throw it out there, when it comes to Port and Mexico were the iconic NA maps against China. And Europe, they still never have taken a map off of, it's not a fight against them. They've never taken a map off of China or anything but CFGI.
Really?
So, yeah. So, I don't know if you're just talking about against China, Port and Mexico is for NA, not necessarily.
Did FlipSid get 3-0'd in
Yes.
at
Finals.
CFS? Did
Every
they?
final, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But even still, they
That felt like
they got second place, they got a lot of money, they got a lot of bragging rights.
That's true. That is certainly true. And, well, as they are rotating a bit of early aggression onto the A site, but nothing's going to come of it as they do fall back, and should be a bit of a reset here.
A little bit good and bad there. I mean, at least none of them got taken out, but they didn't even barely do any damage to the GR side. But they did get to see, I think, there was no op top, was there? It was just, it didn't seem to be an op there.
It's not there
So
currently.
at least they got that information. They know Revenge is probably roaming around in mid somewhere, as he always does.
Probably mid-danger zone.
Yeah. So they're going to opt to go toward B after making so much noise a day. It's a good decision by them.
There you go. The man on your screen to watch it, according to Famous, and he's looking like he wants to be the first man through the door.
This is a good little lineup by him, too. From what I know, the headshot box can't even see him, and they're coming out into B side. There's no flags going back and forth. What ZDD? What was that? Just a quick 2 kills, and Dennis shuts him down. But Trade's going back and forth as Rain gets 1. Rain gets 2. There goes Rain stepping up. Like I said, he needed to, and
And a great
Revenge.
pistol call there from Dennis as well.
Revenge can definitely do this. He's got a surprising flank, but no. Dennis shuts him down.
100%.
A quick bro ace there by Dennis and Rain.
Exactly. I was going to say 100% on the backs of them, but I didn't mean it literally. For some reason, I thought someone had picked up one there, but the important one.
Still got to mention, though.
Oh, wait, never mind. It was all them.
I still got to mention, though, ZDD. Those were impressive.
The first one was
flick.
silly.
That flick was
Especially
insane.
because he wasn't completely flash out at that point.
He was
but
like,
he was still
yeah,
like
halfway at
half
least.
flashed.
So it was like one of those things where he freaked out and he just like lurched his mouse to the side. Another slow round coming in here from F3, and they're looking like they didn't even decide to go for picks at long A this time. They're just kind of searching and poking and seeing what the defense is giving them, see if they're playing B tunnels, just see what they're doing.
It's
Patient
such
strategy.
an important match. I can't.
They're actually, I just noticed that they're getting AC control right now as well. I guess they noticed there was no nades, no flashes up A long, which kind of gives you a key that they probably didn't boost AC, and it's safe for you to go there alone. And so what they're going to do now is have one lurker toward A. Yeah, one lurker toward A, and they're going to take B side. Maybe they throw some sort of fake, or they just have them lurking. We'll see, though.
Snox for me has been a good lurker for FlipSid. Maybe not the most consistent at it, but he's one of those guys that'll come out in some rounds and just surprise you.
It looks like it's actually going to be some sort of fake toward B. They're going maybe 2 toward A, 2 AC, 1 toward A long, something like that. They're making noise at B right now. It's
Look,
definitely
and
a fake.
Hard bite there by Macta.
Look, nobody even toward A. They're getting A completely for free now.
And it's a 1-for-1.
And what is important here, though, is they have to hold this. Now, they've got a player in mid. This is a great position from him. If he plays this well, maybe he can go up to AC and get in the A cubby, make sure they don't come from AC, and then everybody else can worry about the CT region. But
ouch.
Looks like he's not even going to be doing that. They have somebody in AC right now, so Creed's need to make his way to the side to help protect.
CFGI not taking as much damage by that nade as I would have expected, but they're in good post-plant positions.
They're real close.
Yep.
And they take him out. There's just a trade going on for the GR. Then Creeds, he takes out one himself. Let's see if he can clean this up in a nice game. Yes, he does. 3 headshots. All in the favor of FlipSid, and Creed's coming up big. Consistent fragger for them, but also coming up clutch.
Yeah, it was a huge clutch and a huge round. 2-0 now on the attacking side. But
huge, yeah.
Kurt 100% thought he had the drop on Creed's.
Oh, and he honestly did. Creed just happened to hit the shot. First bullet, I think, or second bullet, somewhere around there, just cleaned him up hella quick. And it looks
Says
like
to ZDD, if you can flick, I can flick too.
yeah. And it looks like we're going to be playing another slow round, just trying to see where the defense is going to play.
You have to say that's the kind of thing, the kind of play you expect from a FlipSid in the past, right? Is that team coordinated, more that strategic, that level of strategic play, able to do that kind
the
of
fake
thing.
and then
I mean, have we
going on
seen
to
that
A.
from anyone today other than that round?
No, honestly, not even from China, because I guess China hasn't necessarily needed to do it.
That's a good point.
But yeah, the only strategy we really seen close to that level, I don't exactly remember what team it was. It was I think it was the Vietnamese team on, may have been Cherry Stars, where they rushed out mid and cloud. No, it was Macta. Macta split A from middle. That's the only reasonably close strategy we've seen to this. And we honestly almost never see teams split middle, so I was surprised by that. But back into this, they've taken B tunnel control from Macta and taken 1 frag, and it's actually been traded out, of course, yeah.
And in fact, Snock's actually going to come out worse for wear in the whole grand scheme of things under that 50 HP. So a slight edge to Macta, but certainly not anything unsurmountable. But time is starting to wind down a little bit in the half here, and they're going to have to make a decision soon here, FlipSid. And it doesn't seem like they've gotten much knowledge, apart from the fact that it's going to be a deep hold.
And honestly, if they're not making any noise in tunnels soon, the rotations are definitely going to be quick toward A as soon as they start to hit this. They're taking a bit too long, not making enough noise over toward B, so yeah, the rotations are going to be fast. There you go.
Well, you know.
No rotations are not even necessary.
Over before it starts, as UIK picks out 2.
Missing
a shot, and Dennis actually...
Don't see that too often.
No, you do not.
No need for rotations, but then again, we're back into the need for rotations. 2 for 2. And 2 on 2, I mean. 2 on 2 here.
Nice post-plant positions as well. Looks like they're going to hold up top. As I say, that 7 drops down. He's going to get the jump on Aldrin, but he can't quite make the shot. Instead, Dennis just says, don't worry about it, bro. I got it. I'm 7-1 on the first 3 rounds,
Dennis
baby.
coming up huge. Like I said, he's off and on, but look at him right now. Definitely on.
3-0 on the attacking side for FlipSid. There's already par.
Yeah,
the attacking side.
That's kind of like where you want to settle around. You want to get more, but that's like good enough. So you're already there, and it's.
You mean I want as many points as I can get?
Nah, I mean you don't want to do them dirty like that. You don't want to
Don't want to drop the disrespect.
Yeah, come on, you don't want to make him quit the game already.
That's a good point. We've seen 7 picking up and dropping the op here. He's going to like to take it in this round, but really. I mean, notably, Revenge has been quiet so far, and that's not something we've come to expect over the years. We saw it a little bit earlier today. Oh my God! Push so close to getting more than one there from
Macta. Their team chemistry is just working so well right now. That flash was greatly timed. 1-for-1 trade, yeah, but he got so much information.
Yeah, luckily though, it's still very early in the round, and they will have control of B tunnels. But only ZDD is holding it. And but the longer he goes without being seen out, there it is. What a huge kill there by Creeds. In fact, 2 big kills coming from different parts of the map, going to turn it into a 3-on-3. But a huge health advantage coming in favor of Macta, as theirs was an op shot there from Revenge. Dennis is going to swoop back and pick up the bomb, as Creed's trying to pick up another one here. gets tagged even a little bit more, and he's still looking to take the fight here with Aldrin. And seeing if he can hear anything. For some reason, I tend to go quiet when I think the players are listening for footsteps. I'm like,
You don't
hear them too?
He's got to let him hear it.
Right? I don't want them to miss it over the sound of my voice.
You don't want to give anything away.
Exactly,
either.
exactly. Yeah. And in fact, it's going to be Revenge. I still have that caster curse, I guess. In fact, it's helping out Revenge in this round as he's picked up 2.
And Aldrin, the king of one-on-ones here. You don't want to be peeking him. They're going to opt not to. They're going to peek together, it looks like. Maybe not even... Oh, they flash it. See if they can get the... Nope. They're just feinting all these picks. Just going back and forth. I'm going to peek. Wait, JK, my teammate's going to peek instead. It doesn't end up working out for them, though.
I was about to say, Dennis is still alive, sitting on 7 kills, but it isn't able to turn that one. It would have been his second double kill to end the round, but couldn't quite find it.
Well, Macta finally get their first round on the board.
Yeah.
And what does FlipSid look like they're going to do? They're like, okay, you got your first round. Well, we're just going to take it to you and see if we can hold this site.
I believe Creeds took damage from his
Is he right under them? Or do you just take it out? I think he just took him out. He was, all the way up in the barn there. That could have been a good position from Cart. But unfortunate that he got taken out so early for him.
Revenge saw 7. What he did.
Oh, no, Revenge. How are you all the way up here right now?
And why have you not pulled out your op?
Okay. He's definitely going to get
More
more.
he's got two.
This could be the combo from Revenge. If they keep peeking him, but Rain with a beautiful shot. That was a tough shot to hit. He instantly deleted him off the map.
And Creeds protects the back. He picked up one on the back, and it's going to turn into a 3 for 2 after all that Revenge just did.
In the
which
positions
could've
they
thrown
were in.
chaos.
Cart was in a good position. Yeah, he did get taken out, but he was in a good position. And then Revenge was all the way up middle, I guess, or was it a long? I'm not even sure.
They're doing a mini version of the same play here with Creed sitting over here alone on B and making noise. And he gets taken down by Aldrin. From what position did he get shot from there?
Oh, he was lurking toward B.
You're going to see him coming across. Oh, my goodness. Tagged within an inch of their lives are both Reed and Dennis.
Aldrin making his way up CT. He knows they're both lit, so he's just going savage mode and just taps him in the head. Aldrin, he doesn't lose those one-on-one peaks there. You can notice he just pops heads. He's so calm and collected.
Still, though, every round
Close.
is, and that favor is FlipSid, right?
Yeah.
Especially even a round like that where Revenge gets put in that position. Granted, he missed one shot. He had the chance for the 3. But he also hit
still
the
did
second
his job,
shot.
though.
And he got so much information. Threw chaos into the team, but Creeds had a good head on his shoulders, or it was good team communication that he was able to turn around and see the flanker coming from the other direction instead of everybody tunneling onto Revenge.
Well, you saw there was a good recovery from FlipSid as well. They just couldn't end up pulling the round out. They didn't have the health for it.
That being said, we
great
did
plays
see
from both sides.
We did see Snox drop down, which is often a signal of we're going A, as there's not really any way back up there. But is going to get taken down. Ooh, Rain. He's flashed out pretty heavily. Both of them are going to look to take the trade. Rain just confident.
He's looking for the same battle, and he gets it. He's looking for more. He doesn't care. He's just going for headshots. That's all he wants right now.
Went onto him, though. How did he miss that for so long? Revenge.
Was anybody watching CT? Why did they just let him push up like that? Rain, maybe he was supposed to be watching CT there, but he got a little too excited. I don't know. And he's underneath him. Oh, no.
Like
ZDD,
like
they have no clue 7 is going to go down. And does he have any idea where Dennis is, though? Because Dennis kind of snuck past him as well. And Dennis is CT, maybe in a decent position here.
Oh, no. Dennis, you got to hit the shots.
He just completely whiffed there. Just maybe
he actually ended up killing
angles.
Revenge before instead of ZDD.
Maybe just unfortunate angles. He wasn't prepared for that. Maybe I don't know.
I mean, he didn't hit a single shot on the ZDD. He took 10 damage from jumping off of the point at the end.
Well, that's unfortunate for sure.
Not something you would come to expect from Dennis, especially with the kind of rounds he's been having early on. But, you know, after a 3-0 start, it's all tied up 3-3. And looking like, an aggressive push there into AC quickly. Looking like they might just, the salty run back, baby, with a twist. That's full damage right there. Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate for Rain there. 55 damage on him, too. But still, he's looking for them headshots. It don't matter for him, right?
Exactly. My shot does more, so it's fine.
I could be 1 HP. It doesn't matter for me.
No measly 55 damage. Come on.
It's looking like it's going to be an A-take here for sure. No lurkers. All 5 ready to get 3 AC. They're pushing out right now. I don't know if they even smoked the cross. This is kind of... Well, they're getting cross pretty clean, though, but the rotation from Macta is coming in heavy. They got so many trades going back and forth, and there's so many players close up. Just these positions that are being played right now, it's going in the favor of Macta for sure, and they end up clinching it out. Pretty clean round for them with 3 surviving.
Yeah, it got super awkward there. We didn't have the best angle to see what was slowing. I mean, besides getting shot.
Yeah.
What exactly stopped them from rotating onto the point so quickly?
Oh, Zeke with the sniper now. Zeke, he's just a man of all trades here.
They were most certainly not expecting that.
But in that last round, what really seemed to pull it apart was the rotation from Macta. It was so quick. They were all over. They had like 3 up CT. There's only 1 player even toward the B side of the map. They were all up bridge, all up CT instantly. And so that makes it kind of impossible for you to, if you're not even settled into the site and they're already rotating like that.
Yeah, that's a very good point. And that could have been the difference. And Aldrin institutes. He's going to take down Rain. He's looking for more.
They're just doing everything so perfectly these last 4 rounds.
I mean, he's the opposite of looking for more. He's backing off.
I want to get to it.
Ooh,
50-50.
Lordy. That was super close. What? Instead, Kart's going to get a double. 7 picks up 1, but he's got too many targets to
7.
shoot at. I was going to say, is he good? That would have been probably one of the happiest.
I mean, it was almost there. He had his crosshair there, pretty close. It's so many almost. But I mean, he was looking the right way.
Let's put it that way. At the second of 4 people.
But let's just point this out. It was a 3-0 start, and now it's turned into a 0-5 after that.
That being said, FlipSid does have a man advantage to work with here on this round. And this is an important one. We talked about it before on court.
Revenge with the flip. They have to watch their back. They're seemingly just letting them push up long, and they're taking too long to take sights or something. And there it goes. Boom. Well said.
6 in a row.
I remember when we were talking about them being 3-0 and saying that we're already at the settling point. Like, that's pretty decent. And that's where they're going to end. 3 rounds on T side. I mean, it's not bad, but you ended on a 0-6 run. It's definitely bad at that point. You might as well have ended like 2-7 or 1-8. I mean, like, you just got smashed at the end.
But you do still have
you do still have 3 rounds, but the confidence factor
and the rounds, the side chain. It would be different if I think it would be worse to go 6-0 on the defensive side and then all of a sudden be 6-3 and then have to go on to the attacking side. Maybe, you know what I mean? There are worse. I'm just saying there are worse. I agree with you.
But at the same time, Macta, you know how momentum based they are.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then they're ending off 6 rounds in a row. But we'll see if they keep it up. Then you're right. We'll see if they can keep that kind of momentum based team.
Right.
Going.
You would hope that they could keep the positive, but remove the negative.
Exactly.
Which is. We've seen a lot of we haven't seen them tilted at all, and they went down 0-3 on, and then immediately swing back into 6-3. So we'll have to see if they can, push this on the offense. But again, I always want to see the first offensive round on the board for Port before I ever believe,
I mean, this is a strange strategy coming out here from them. Maybe I'm not even sure if they're attacking A right here. They've got 1 deep on their bridge. We've got 3 toward A. What? Okay, the one coming. Okay, they are actually hitting in, but it's just strange. And how is this working in their favor? It's 2-on-2. It actually ends up not in their favor here as Dennis. Could he hit him with the nade? He's almost going to run into it. He did. And Kart, he only got lit up a little bit by that. But he does end up getting taken out by Rain.
Yeah.
That was a very strange strategy coming in from Macta. They had 1 player so far back and then 1 player in middle. I mean, that one can be a lurker. That one's okay. But the one all the way back on the bridge when they started attacking A?
Yeah, that was strange. It was almost like they were anticipating a backstab or something.
Maybe so.
Like, as if somebody, as if Seven was like, if Revenge can do it, I can too. And was out there with his D in hand or something. But then, if that was the case, then why not just wait, right?
True.
So I agree. I think it was a bizarre play. But you have to think.
Look at this patience from Macta, though.
But also, how big is that just as a round win for FlipSid?
True.
Stop the bleeding immediately.
They won the first round of the next half. It's a fresh start, ripping off the Band-Aid.
Exactly. And it's like, see, we're on global
good.
risk.
We're good as GR.
Don't even stress. This is easy mode.
That's kind of how it just puts, the perspective back on their side, where, they were down 0-6 at the end of that half, and they were like, this is getting a little, we have 3 rounds. That's not bad, but we just lost 6 in a row. And then they finally get that first round, and it's all okay now.
Right. Because it's all of a sudden it's 6-4, and you're on GR, right? So you're like, boom, we're right where we need to be. We're in good position.
Here we go.
That means this slows like contact.
Exact same strategy here, pretty much. I got one really far back, one in the middle. And how does this work so well? Maybe this is the new strategy I should be looking for and to copy this. But they got one deep long A, so Creed's flank here is not going to be too good.
And it's revenge.
It's definitely not going to work out for him. Oh, maybe it will.
Calls it out.
Revenge
He can't find the spam through the boxes.
Can't do much about that, but they're all lit up here. I mean, if anything can happen, if a miracle can happen, Dennis, you could have made that happen there. They were all 1 HP. It's so unfortunate. Like, that's the perfect clutch right there.
The only person not on 1 HP is the op.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah, because he's a one-shot, one kill anyways.
Exactly. So, super interesting moving forward now. And that's also a big round for Macta, right? First round on the attacking side.
I like this from Snox here. I love this angle. He recently used this against us in the match, and I've been doing it a lot recently too. It works out so well. Yeah, you just get up there and he just holds this little angle because it's super hard for you to jump into AC and expect this and do anything about it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, besides being willing to throw multiple grenades in there, which is, how often is someone actually
he can duck
there?
behind the wall, though, is the thing.
Right.
Yeah, he's got a little wall right beside him. And Revenge, this is brazen from him, just straight
Out in
peeking
the
long
open.
A. This man's confidence,
Well,
he does get taken out. He has to pay for that.
Punishment. Good punish there from 7. And again, this is shaping up to be a pretty tight match. Although, scoreboard always going to be working against you in your mind. Which is why it's so advantageous to start global risk on port.
Yeah, very true. Because now they're having to come up from behind.
Right, even though it's doable, it just looks
look
bad.
at the score and you're like, we're down.
It doesn't feel good.
2 more rounds and they have 9.
Snox picks it up. There it is. That position pays off for you. He's looking for more too. He's starting to get aggressive. Aldrin's waiting for it. Oh, did he get a glimpse of him there? I'm not sure. Somebody saw somebody, I feel like. That being said, Aldrin still cannot bring himself to go up this ladder.
It's like a death sentence. You don't want to go in there when he's got a good position.
Yeah, I mean, there's 3 on 5, and the rest of your team is over here by B. Why not just pull off of that position? I guess because then... Oh, he turns at the wrong time, and he's going to get taken down again by Snox. That's so unfortunate. And now it's going to be
5v2.
basically
It's going to be a clean round for them, just a perfect round. 5v1 here. 4v1.
Yep.
Cart ruins it for me. Castor's case.
Yep. But again, I'll take it any day of the week. And flip side, I feel like this next round is just important mentality-wise.
Yeah, because they so far have just gone back to back.
Right, so you can
trade.
And feel yourself clawing back.
Yeah, you want to tie the rounds together just once, and then you can feel like it's truly possible for you to come back. Snox, they're not going to fall for that positioning again, but can they even take him out? Is it going to matter that they don't fall for it?
Oh, he changes it. He advanced. What a great play there. Just the micro play.
Yeah. And 7 coming up huge there too, but he can't take out Revenge. That's important. Revenge on the op, 3v3.
They've yet to commit.
And Aldrin, his positioning here, just the savageness to just go for the Harvey jump. And Creeds, he takes him out too. So it's still a 2v2 here, but you do have Revenge alive. So that is, I'd say, an X factor there.
That being said,
adds on to it a bit. And Revenge, he's just b-hopping straight up mid. They're not going to expect that. There's no way they expect this. Yeah, Rain, not even watching mid anymore. He's making a move of his own, but Revenge may be able to read into
around
this.
the rosy.
Actually, Revenge has no clue where he...
Oh, he's got vision on. That's
Oh, that is
the
so
easiest
unlucky.
kill of his life. Oh my god!
Oh, unfortunate again. Just unfortunate circumstances this whole round. What is going
Where
on?
were you gonna throw that grenade though?
I mean, he had no idea.
You have no idea where anybody is. Why is your grenade
At
out?
least Deagle out.
Right. That was bizarre. That was such an interesting way to cap off that round.
I think there's going to be a pause here. Yeah, I think it's pause coming in from Macta because they were all kind of standing in spawn there for a minute. So maybe some sort of technical pause, or is there...
I do not believe there is a pause system for CFGI.
Okay, so it's definitely a technical pause then.
Yeah, does seem like... say again? Okay, so you have the magic man in my ear telling me that we have player headset issue. Oh, peripherals, how much I love you.
I mean, has it been an issue this entire match? Has the man just been playing with it? You know, just doesn't care? He's still a fragger?
Yeah, I don't know. It could be an audio bug as well. Who knows?
Or maybe he just yanked on his mic a little too hard. Got a little too angry on one of those rounds.
More than likely, it was the end of that round. He got hypey and
yanked it out or something like that.
either yanked it out or yanked the cord, like yanked the inner cord out, if you know what I mean.
You know what I would like to see here is Creeds. He came up huge in that round earlier in that 1v3. And then ever since then, I mean, he still quietly frags, but I would like to see something savage, like something epic again from him.
Notably, the clutches have been pretty consistently going in Macta's favor.
That is true, and he's the one run, or the one for F3 has been him.
The double kill.
Yeah.
Technically, he wasn't the last man alive, but 7. He caught a glimpse of Ultra going around the corner and was like, "No, wait for me!" And then instead, Dennis was like, "No, it's not going better." So yeah, I have a feeling he just yanked it out.
I feel like Creeds needs to come up huge in these next couple of rounds, though, in order for them to really pull it out.
I mean, it's still 100% doable here, right?
Yes.
Do not forget that if this were the other way around, right, that it would currently be 9. Like, if what Macta had, it would be 8 the other direction. I don't know where I'm going. I'm getting confused.
I mean, you're just
saying if both rounds are 3-6, then it's going to end 9-9, right?
Yeah.
So it would already be 9 points almost immediately for FlipSid because they won 3 rounds in a row, right?
Yeah.
So
maybe they can tie them together here too.
That's kind of getting my thought process out. But it is 3-on-3, and going to get caught in the reload there is Revenge, and will become a 3-on-2 as Creed's picking up one for himself. Post pause. Wide peak, but big.
Ooh, Snox with a double headshot there.
Yeah.
At least he's cleaning that up for his team there. It was kind of looking like a weird peek from Creeds, but it was for a reason.
Did you... Creeds pulled out wide, and then they both peaked.
Oh, the bridge.
Bridge.
Honestly, I was only looking at Creeds. I don't know why. Maybe I'm a little too tired here for this, but...
We're getting there. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, but we're reaching the final... the end of the day here.
Yep. And it might be a little bit more hard if this wasn't such an important game. And a tight game.
For sure, 8-6 right now.
And... You gotta, again...
Macta not even taking any map control yet. They're just kind of trying to feel out FlipSid. These are important rounds right here. They really need to sync out, or quickly get this 9th round on the board before FlipSid start bringing
that 9th round
getting the rounds together, back to back on the GR side. Snox is in a great position here.
They haven't flashed out either.
This is his spot here. He gets constant 4Ks and 5Ks.
Great smoke by on this. Oh, they read it out. They missed a pot something.
Early. I don't understand why he peeked it so early. Maybe there was some reason, and this is just going straight in favor of Macta here.
Yeah, Dennis gonna need to have a big play here. He's in
he
position
gets
for
one?
it. Oh, can't find the flick onto Cart, but he gets one out, and
it's all on Rain here.
He's a big playmaker. Can he make a big play?
The hope of winning, straight up winning this without overtime is on Rain right now. On his shoulders, see if he can tap him out.
No.
He's a tapper, as he says himself. He's a tapper, but it doesn't work.
And that's going to put Macta on match point. You're going to have to they're gonna have to finish the match the way they started at FlipSide and put 3 rounds together in a row. Yep. Which at least they're on Global Risk, right? That's easier to do than to string 3 rounds together on Blacklist. And this is the one way to start it. They're into a 3-on-3, and it will. Oh no, though! Rain, all of a sudden, the last man left alive, and he's down to 3 HP. Can't find it on the cart. Can't find it on the ZYK, but they can't find a single shot onto him. He's got some kind of magic force field, but it will be ZYK who puts it down, and that's 3-0 in the group for Macta. 3-0.
Macta, they're just looking so strong ever since they picked up this new start color.
With TGF to play.
They still have TGF to play. I mean, there's a chance they can come out first seed. There's still a chance.
The worst they can do is hide. I mean, they would lose the head-to-head. They would still be second seed. But, you know.
I mean, regardless. Yeah. It's crazy. What a tight game to put that on, too.
And, yeah, that's such an important win.
You know, it's just looking like a new Macta, man. The strategy they're coming out with, I just never would have guessed they would even go into this. Like, just start doing this kind of thing, you know?
I mean, valiant attempt there from FlipSide. They look much improved compared to their first game of the day. I'll be looking forward to their next 2 games tomorrow, but the biggest issue is that they lost to TGF.
Yeah.
And they lost to Macta.
They lost pretty handedly to TGF as well. It was just a one-sided affair there. I was expecting a lot of close games in these matchups. But.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly was looking like. I mean, maybe we could have predicted the Cherry Stars 0-2 or the TGF 2-0. But to come out and say Macta's going to be 3-0,
never would have said that.
I wouldn't have believed you.
Yeah, I would have definitely think if you're going to say 3-0 on somebody without playing a Chinese team, FlipSide. You know, that's who I definitely would have picked for that.
Yeah, I mean, I've always thought Macta had a lot of potential, but they could never realize it. And maybe they've just reached their potential, or cart is really the solution.
Maybe they can cart their way to victory, you know? Roll on in. But, I mean, about that match, though, it just like a lot of the other matches, it really comes down to late round play. Like, it doesn't matter who has the man advantage. It's like, who is going to... Like, there's been teams... Whoever's winning has consistently came out on top regardless of man advantage. So it's either you finish the round outright when you push the site, or you're at least in like a 4v1 or 4v2 where you have a huge man advantage.
I mean,
or you have to be the late round team, whoever's winning constantly.
As well, I mean, at the end of the day as well, if you look back at it, it was actually a 10-6. Right? It was 10-6.
You talking about this matchup?
Yeah.
Yeah, 10-6.
So... Not even, I mean, again, Port is such a wonky map.
They did start out on T side, so it's kind of like you can forgive them in a way.
It's wonky.
But still, I mean, they got 3 rounds on the T side, so you would think they could latch more than that together.
Yeah. Certainly Group B, I mean, both groups will be interesting. But really, it's almost already about seeding for Group A. Unless, I mean, TGF plays we'll find it. We'll see it here in a minute. We'll talk a little bit about the matches up for tomorrow. But you have to think, man, Macta, hands down, most impressive team.
Most improved. Even though they were already good, most improved in the way that they improved on their weaknesses, and they didn't have to get better individually.
But now the question for me comes. Because think how important it is now, their match against TGF. If we assume TGF, right, they're not safe at 2 wins. But if you assume, right, that TGF is going to make it out of groups, think how important the Macta TGF game is.
For first seed, yeah.
Because
you don't want to face up against SV.
Exactly.
So this is actually... if SV or if Macta really want a chance at coming into the final, and their best chance is to be the first seed, because you're facing. It's a difference between facing SV.
You want to see SV in the final.
Yeah.
If you want to see them
really
at
do.
all. You
That
just
is for sure.
kind of secretly hope that
Maybe they lose in groups somehow. You know?
Right.
Maybe they lose out. That's what you kind of hope for.
that some sort of miracle happens and they just concede all of their games. But yeah, as we saw there, results of the day, TGF over Cherry Stars, TNC losing to OPK. I mean, you still have to look at that, look at those matches. Some of them are just, of course that's going to happen. But I mean, OPK looking like a good team, even though they did lose
Beating
to SV.
TNC beating Penta.
Yeah, that's a bit
Surprising.
of a shocker, especially considering they lost every other game of the day and ended up 1-2. As well, still, the big one, Macta, 3-0. So crazy. And these are matches for tomorrow. Penta gonna have to do the impossible to stay in it and beat SV. TGF in a huge match, both times of the day. Rude, now really the only team who can try and fight their way back out of Group A, and it's going to have to come on the back of a win against TGF, as well as Cherry Stars. And then we'll finish the day there with Penta and OPK, which could shape up to be an important one, as, you know, though Penta did lose to TNC, that group is still wide open.
Yeah, the head-to-head matchup against TNC is just not going to happen, because TNC are pretty much clear-cut at the bottom of the bracket. Maybe they won't end at the bottom, but they're not going to be contenders for getting out of groups. So the head-to-head matchup for Penta against them doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Either way, as long as Penta wins basically all the rest of their
Unless TNC makes some kind of magic happen against SV and upsets them, and then the whole group might be split. But that's all for us today. We'll be back tomorrow, 12 p.m. China time, which would be 12 a.m. Central time.
Yeah, the exact opposite.
I believe, depending on daylight
No,
savings.
Central is 1 hour behind that, so it'd be Eastern.
There you go.
Is the same. Yeah.
So join us for that as well.
At midnight,
Again tomorrow.
Eastern.
10 more games tomorrow. Join us. That's all for us today from Taicang China Global Crossfire Invitational. Blah.